Hi everybody, just a quick video on another first as a stoma patient. So Stacey and I decided, with us sort of just coming out of the COVID restrictions, that we would have a little staycation in a lovely Scottish village called Dunblane, kind of like middle of Scotland near Stirling. And Stacey loves a swim and a sauna and a steam and stuff. So the hotel that we had leisure facilities, and it was pissing it down, in your traditional Scottish sense. Beautiful sunshine one day and then pissing it down the next. So we'd booked the leisure facilities, which was the first time I had the opportunity where I wanted to go and basically get in the swimming pool, even though I've got a stoma bag and stuff. So Stacey very kindly, so up until this year, all the swimwear that I've had for the last 10 years plus have all been bikinis. But I didn't feel that I wanted to wear a bikini because I didn't want to draw attention to it while I was going about my normal business. So Stacey bought me a really nice swimsuit earlier this year. So I tried it out this week. So obviously the bag's got to be empty, otherwise it looks like you've got a big random bulge sticking out one side of your swimsuit. So I made sure, I either had a fresh bag on or that the one that I was wearing was empty. It just had my swimming costume on as normal, and did my swims for a couple of days in a row. So basically, if you've got stoma bags, you can just go in the pool as normal. It's your choice whether you want to cover it up or let it all show. So because I was wearing a swimsuit, nobody knew apart from Stacey and I. Didn't have any issues, and most of the bags are designed so that when water hits them, the adhesive becomes a little bit more sticky, so the bag stays on. The only time that I've felt that's not been the case is when I've been out long road rides when it's been warm and my sweat's actually ended up, it's just been so much that the adhesive has come loose. But it's certainly in the pool, we're only in there for half an hour blocks, so it stayed on perfect. And I don't, as I said, we're only again in for short, so the stoma either did nothing, or if it did decide to let loose, then it was only a small amount. So no issues there. But I did have an interesting kind of thought process when I was in the changing rooms, because I'm getting changed, I'm drying myself off, and I've I'm in my underwear and I'm still drying myself and sorting my hair. And normally in the changing room in my underwear, I would just be doing my hair and stuff and wouldn't think anything of it. And I'm not bothered if anybody sees my stoma bag. But it did make me think that when I was in the changing rooms, in all the 30 plus years that I've been going swimming, I have never once seen a stoma bag. Not once. And I must have seen hundreds and hundreds of people in the changing rooms, both swimming. Like I'm an athlete, so I love being in changing rooms with people that do judo, with cyclists. Like literally never seen a stoma bag in my life. And I'm in the changing rooms and there's a couple of kids running around and some mums, and I was kind of like thinking, oh, I wonder if anybody's spotted it and should I cover it up. And then I had that thought, actually, I've never seen a stoma bag. I'd never seen one in my whole life, and the one time you'd probably expect that. unless you met somebody you knew who was happy to share, was a public changing room, but I've never seen one. So I ended up leaving the changing room before anybody was really anywhere near me, so they probably didn't see it. And like I said, I don't mind. And if somebody asked, I wouldn't, I actually quite like educating people about it and letting them see, because it gives them another perspective on something that's slightly different for humans. But yeah, it never came up, and I don't expect anybody would ask. They'd probably just stare or think, like, glance and be like, "What the f is that?" So yeah, that was my swimming pool experience. So stoma patients can swim. We can crack on and do all the normal activities that everyday people can. You just have to give a little bit more consideration to the stoma bags and what it looks like when you've got tight clothing on, and whether there's going to be lots of sweat or not. So yeah, that was my stoma experience from this week. And I've got another video for you later this week, that's or into next week, sorry. I so it'll be coming up to 2 months since I finished my chemotherapy treatment, and I'm doing a little charity cycle ride for the Doddy Weir Foundation, which is a motor neurons disease charity foundation. Doddy's a famous rugby player in Scotland and runs this cycle every year. And one of my friends from cycling is good friends with Doddy, and she does it every year. So me and a couple of the cycling girls are going to do that together. So I thought I would share a little bit more about that. And mostly because it's only a few months since I finished chemo, and it's much further distance for me than normal, because I was a track sprinter by trade. So my race events were 500-meter time trial, 500 meters, 200-meter flying time trial. Kieran was like 3.5 laps, so 750 sprint, and sprint rounds tended to be maybe like 350, 375 meters, so all under 750 meters. And the ride that I'm doing's 90 plus K, which is about 60 miles in the UK. So significantly different from a normal kind of cycling event that I would do. So I thought I would share a bit more about that as well. Kind of as a bit of a celebration for being 2 months clear of my chemotherapy. Thank God! I'll not be doing that again. Ever, hopefully. So that's me. I'll tell you more about the cycle in the next video. I'll see you later. Bye!